To the sweet now, for la, in the groove we stay. Stand where I don't go away. Let the piano play. We never fade away.
From the land of diamonds shining brighter, Man United love, taking us higher. Kicking all the vibes, this game they thrill. What's one of pride, yeah, the passion's real. Rivals lurking, they wanna steal. The Red Devils got that iron will. The 88 boys, they talk too loud.
Hit the like button, you know why? Carrick ball tomorrow.
Football fever, hearts on ball. Football power hour, feel the flame. What's one of Kobbie calling the game? Man United's glory in the fray. Rivals try but ain't the same.
We will be feasting tomorrow. We will be enjoying Carrick ball tomorrow. I hope you're as excited as I am. My name is Botswana Papi. This is the Football Power Hour. We're going to listen and react and respond to Michael Carrick's press conference. He spoke yesterday. And I think Iraola has not given his presser yet. But you know what? We'll also take a little peek at Bournemouth and see what it is they're cooking over there. We'll look at the injury list together as we build up to this game. My name is Botswana Papi. As I said before, I have one request. One request. Hit the like button, please. Let's get the show started. All right. Here we go. Let's see what Michael Carrick has had to say yesterday. All right. Boom.
Can I just, before we get into it, can we start with some team news or updates at least?
Team news. Thank you. This is actually an improvement. That's a very good question to begin with. I like this.
Matthias has his rehab going.
Similar, really. Frustrating for Matto. I think it's he's obviously trying to working towards getting back, but just the back issue really that's proven difficult. So we'll yeah, keep working as hard as we can with as everyone to get him back as quick as we can.
Similar for Lissandro.
Yeah, he's closer, a lot closer. He's
So, I thought they were saying they're talking about Delict. For a moment, I just clocked that Cunha is also Matthias Cunha and Mateus Delict. Gosh, so all this whole time I was a little confused.
I think it's he's obviously trying to working towards getting back, but
Okay.
just the back issue really that's proven difficult. So we'll yeah, keep working as hard as we can with as everyone to get him back as quick as we can.
It is quite frustrating, honestly. Delict is somebody that we that like I feel like when he had that period in the season when he was playing, and I think him and Leacher make a formidable partnership, and it's just that they're not available. They are just these injuries that they've been having have been very frustrating, and let's hope it's a one-off thing, or rather it's the last time this happens, because yeah, quite frankly, we need to be thinking about really, really what Manchester United is going to look like with other top class centre backs other than those two, because we saw the kind of games Champions League round of 16 is like. It's a war zone. We saw teams getting pumped 8-2. Atalanta aggregate score 10. 10. Do you understand that if we go there showing up with I don't know, an academy kid under Champions League floodlights because somebody like Delict is injured, has a back injury again, we would be setting ourselves up for disaster. I want to go to the Champions League, but I don't want to be embarrassed at the Champions League. That's all I'm saying.
Similar for Lissandro.
Let's hear
Yeah, he's
about
closer
Leacher.
to get him back as quick as we can.
Similar for Lissandro.
Yeah, he's closer, a lot closer. He's yeah, he's getting there. So after this one, I think he'll be all right.
Okay. That's some news. That's some news I can get around. That's some news I can actually be happy about. I think Michael Carrick just confirmed that after this game, Leacher will be there. Of course, it helps that there is an international break. So just to hear him say it again louder for the people in the back that are just tuning in, this is what Michael Carrick said about Leacher.
Yeah, he's closer, a lot closer. He's yeah, he's getting there. So after this one, I think he'll be all right.
Come on.
Patrick Dorgan.
He's so immense. He's so immense. Those line breaking passes. This is why now I will have a lot more confidence about our lineup, because the combination of, rather, the availability of Leacher makes our defense line combinations a little bit more interesting, because you could probably go with Leacher and Maguire. You could go with, which is also works out really well. You could go with Leacher and Lenny Yoro, which is also not a terrible combination. So I really like, if you ask me right now. Matter of fact, let me pose this question to you. Just because I want to get also understand, like, who would you rather have back first? Of course, the answer is like, you know what? Both of them, duh. But I think Leacher is much more integral and pivotal to our team than Delict. So yo, big up to you if you're just coming in. There's 20 people in here. Overhead Kick TV, no. These free riders, nah. Imagine this. This is crazy. Who are you guys? Like, are you mutants? Are you bots? Like, what? What language? You know what I'm saying? Like, how it's I'm baffled. I am extremely baffled. I'd rather actually not look and see how many people are watching this and not hitting the like button. I think that's what I'm going to start doing right now because yeah, let's get back to the show. Anyway, so the question that I was at was between Lissandro Martinez and because even if you don't hit the like button, we'll still be here, you know. Between Lissandro Martinez and De Ligt, my thought is obviously Lissandro Martinez. I'd rather have him sooner than De Ligt. That's really where I was trying to go with the question that I was trying to pose to you. That do you also feel the same way? Because De Ligt plus Euro or De Ligt plus Maguire is not as good as Lissandro Martinez plus Euro or Lissandro Martinez plus Maguire. Let's hear what Carrick got to say.
I guess it's the same.
Yeah,
question.
He was being asked about Patrick Dorgu.
A lot closer. He's yeah, he's getting there. So after this one, I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, this.
Patrick Dorgu. I guess it's the same.
Yeah,
question.
he's a bit further down the line. Yeah.
I'm told there was no Mazraoui in training. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's just ill. Just wasn't feeling too good today.
Should
So.
be okay for Friday. And
Wait. So he's not going to be there?
But he's a bit further down the line.
Yeah. I'm told there was no Mazraoui in training. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's just ill. Just wasn't feeling too good today.
Should
So.
be okay for Friday. And Mason was back.
Okay, so that's weird because Carrick said yep before the journalist said should be okay for Friday. He just said should be okay, and Carrick was like yep. So that's a little bit of a question mark right there. That's a little bit of a question mark. So Mazraoui is a doubt because he didn't train. I think we're gonna miss Mazraoui. We need Maza. I need, for me, I prefer Mazraoui over Dallo. Matter of fact, we will do a little predicted lineup right at the end of this. But let's listen to the rest of the presser.
Back on the bench.
Big up if you're just tuning in. Thank you, Doc, for being in the building. Can you believe we have how many 007 agents? 18 007 agents. Oh, actually now 24 people tuned in, but only 2 likes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the music for you. You are a 007 agent if you haven't hit the like button. That means you're an op. You're working for the other team. We got an imposter. 23 imposters among us. Okay. Carrick.
Didn't come on. Do you expect it? Is he closer to being possibly up for starting, or is he already up for starting fitness wise?
Starting would be too much, I think, at this point for just for the training time and the kind of exposure that he's had, really. But it's brilliant to have him back. He's a fantastic player, Mason, and great to have around the group again. So
Mason Mount is who they talking about, not Dogo. Hold on. This is Mason Mount.
Starting would be too much, I think, at this point for just for the training time and the kind of exposure that he's had, really. But it's brilliant to have him back. He's a fantastic player, Mason, and great to have around the group again. So we're delighted to have him back. And obviously the break coming up now gives him a chance to get even more up to speed. So in some ways that's come at a good time for him.
I think that's pretty much everyone. So can I ask you about Bournemouth this Friday night? They seem...
You know, to be honest, I don't know if anybody in here knows how or where Mason Mount fits in this team. Like, do you put him on where on the left? Do you put him where you've been playing Cunha? But you certainly can't put Cunha on the bench. Would Mason Mount be more effective on the left-hand side than Cunha? Just food for thought. Would he, like, I know he releases the ball quick, he's very energetic, his high pressing is very pivotal, but yeah, he was on the bench the last game, Doc says. Okay, so yeah, I guess we shall see as the season is winding down. Will Mason Mount find a way into that starting 11? I just don't see it. I just don't see how he fits in, even the style of play, you know. Just imagine a combination of Mason Mount and Sesko. Not that, you know what I'm saying?
With the draw specialists at the moment, don't they? What are you expecting from them on Friday?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough game. It's a tough place to go. They're on a really good run of form. So, yeah, difficult game. You know, we're obviously going down there. We've had a good run and the boys are in good shape. But yeah, always a difficult game. Always has been and probably always will be. So we know that. You know, they're a really good team, well coached and really well coached and good energy. And so we know we'll be in for a game down there on Friday.
Thank you.
Well, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. They're well coached. They're a very good team.
Afternoon, Mike.
And remember the last game that we played versus Bournemouth? It was a thriller. Goals galore. 8 goals scored in one game. 4 apiece.
I know we've asked you a lot about Kobbie Mainoo since you've arrived, but I just wonder, since you have been back at the club, what have you made of his actual performances?
Oh my God. Yes. Yes. The next season will be Mason Mount's last. Oh my God.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up out of your sleep, wake up out of your...
Hallelujah to that. Next season will be Mason Mount's last season. What about Luke Shaw? Please tell me the same. Soon we will be free. Oh Lord. Let's see. Yeah. H done. We'll get to that at the end of this. I want to just get to the presser, and yeah, there's no way. You know, we cannot talk about the Bruno for Bruno. We can go Bruno for Bruno, you know, if we get that Bruno. Oh man. Okay, but we will be free from Mason Mount. What about Luke Shaw again? Let's just check his contract expiry date. contract expiry. Even Google already knows I want June 2027. Yo, next season is pivotal, you know. Next season is pivotal. Somehow we just get it clear out by natural causes.
Especially in recent weeks, and what areas do you see him still as a young player that he can improve on as a midfielder?
Of course, he can always improve, and on a lot of things. There's just the age is at, just for starters. You know, there's so much more to come and develop, and that's just natural. That's not a negative on Kobbie by any stretch. That's just the stage he's at in his career. So hopefully he has got a lot of layers to improve and keep development on that. I think he's done done really well. I think.
Okay. Let me let Michael finish.
You know, not having a lot of football for a period of time to come in and play a run of games and find your rhythm. I think he did that really quickly, and there's a natural kind of a flow really, and I thought he was really good again on the weekend and putting in a performance where he did a little bit of everything really, and controlled the game in spells, defended when he had to defend, and really impressive one.
That's the one thing that I feel like we mentioned in the review for the previous game, that Kobbie Mainoo's defensive work rate, defensive displays have been, stacking up. They've been stacking up, and it's nice to see his progression. But when Michael is talking about he's got many areas to develop, I'm kind of curious what you think, what other areas Kobbie Mainoo needs to develop in his game. I know for sure that the long passing is one thing that, like, if he can add that to his game, he can become a real monster. He can become a real problem. But right now, he's so neat, deft in tight spaces, and he has had a lot of the complaints that we had last season, or his breakout season, was more that his recovery run, he looks lazy tracking back, and he's got a little bit of a lankiness, a little bit that was not really giving Paul Pogba, but was like reminiscent. The track back was reminiscent of like, hold on, Kobbie. You're not like running back like that. Your life depends on it. Go run like you really want that ball, not to just cover a passing lane. You know what I mean? But he's actually now gotten a little bit more like grit and fight in his defensive game as well. We've seen the slide tackles. We've seen, as Michael just remarked, Kobbie he's growing. He's growing in front of us, and it is good that the run of games is helping him. I'm glad that Michael Carrick also acknowledges the fact that Kobbie had a moment where he was not playing football, and that can also have an effect on a player. Big up to Lou Man, who's just joined as well, by the way. Guys, remember to hit the like as soon as you join in. 33 people in the house. You know what? If you're not hitting the like button, it's like you're laughing at a joke, but staying silent. Kind of sus, So hit the damn like button, please. Anyway, Luman says, Puppy, what if Shaw and Mount play a crucial role in getting us a trophy in that last year? Then do they deserve a contract extension?
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Lumen, I want to throw up. Please, 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 please. Do not ever, 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 ever mention Luke Shaw, Mason Mount, and contract extension in one sentence, please. You gonna give me the heebie-jeebies? Lumen, please. Don't think thoughts like that. H. Don says, we're going to dominate the Premier League again. Our kids are on another level. Yes. Yes. We will talk about that a little bit later on, by the way. So Kobbie Mainoo's development is what I was just talking about and acknowledging that Carrick is really looking at it in a holistic way, and I appreciate that. So let's see what the rest of the presser what he says.
I know we asked you about Harry Maguire last week, and you said you hoped he could get called up for England.
Let's be real, they're touching on a lot of players in a very short period of time. This is unlike many pressers, We've been covering a lot of pressers on the channel, and this one, they're like, Big up to them journalists today.
Defended when he had to defend. And
last week, and you said you hoped he could get called up for England. With the announcement on Friday, I just wondered.
Harry Maguire, England call up. Hold on. Let's hear this properly.
And really impressive one.
I know we asked you about Harry Maguire last week, and you said you hoped he could get called up for England. With the announcement on Friday, I just wondered about Kobbie and also Luke Shaw. Do you hope they can get themselves back into the England picture come Friday? And have you been in touch with Thomas Tuchel at all as well?
No, I haven't been in touch. No. Let's follow.
Then why are you scratching yourself, Michael? I'm not an expert on body language, but if you say I've not been in touch, and then you're like some part of your body is itchy, something fishy going on with that answer. Is it just me, or you know what I'm saying? What do you think about the question, though? Will Luke Shaw, Kobbie Mainoo, Harry Maguire, do all of three of them, do they deserve a place in the England squad? Kobbie Mainoo, I think for sure, he deserves a call up. Maybe actually the question, let me rephrase this. Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, and Kobbie Mainoo. Between the three of them, who deserves a call up the most? That's if you know what I mean, because let's be real. If all three of them go, I think there's kind of some Man United tax going on. I don't know if them performances have been really merit. Like Luke Shaw has been consistent throughout the season, but he just missed the safe. In a Man United shirt, he has been Mr. Safe. Who deserves the England call up the most? Between Mainoo, Maggie Soup, and Shobeto. Boom. I want to know, the poll is out. Who deserves the England call up the most? Question mark. Also, have you hit the like button? Different answers in the chat. Big up. Manesh goes Maguire. Joke says Maguire. Yale says Maguire. But Mainoo deserves it the most, says Johnny. Interesting. Yeah, Johnny says, listen, Amarim tried to ruin Mainoo's career, so Kobbie had to deal with that. Was he trying to ruin it, though? I think he just didn't fit his system. That's all. He did. It wasn't like Kobbie Mainoo is bad. He's trying to ruin him. Johnny. It's the same thing with Rashford. He said, listen, Rashford, he's a touchline guy. I don't need no touchline merchant. I need guys that can play in the inside. That's all that happened there. Let's guys. Overhead Kick TV is on fire. He says not hitting the like button is like ordering fries and not sharing. That's just wrong, Big up overhead kick TV. That's good. That's good. Guys, let your opinion be heard in the poll. By the way, who deserves the England call up the most? I want to know who you rate from these three. That performances. It's not really about who you rate as a player, but it's like who do you think deserves it? I'm gonna put the link in the chat in a moment, and we can speak more about it too. But please, please, please put your
Well,
response.
I'd love to see them picked and pick for this one, and obviously pick for the summer. And I don't have any influence on that, but certainly the boys, the way they're playing, I think they've put themselves right in the conversation and right in a picture and given themselves a chance. So we'll see. I literally don't know any more than you on that one, but the boys they've definitely playing well enough to warrant a place for sure. It's not my decision, so we'll have to wait and see.
Michael, I realise this.
But clearly, you can text Tuchel and say, put in a good word. Who do you think is Carrick's favorite? He's gotta have a favorite. He's gotta have one that he prefers. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody, you can try and say just like I don't have favorites. There is somebody that you prefer, and I just can't figure it out. I feel like Luke Shaw is there because obviously not hitting the like button is like Kenny not being a mod. Guys, hit the like button because Kanye is on fire, guys. Overhead, and also go check out Overhead Kick TV. That's my bro. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Maybe forget my train of thought. Not hitting the like button. I totally forgot. But yeah, I think like we talked about the England call up, who deserves it the most between Mainoo, Maguire, and Shaw. I definitely lost my train of thought. Let's go back to Michael Carrick.
Well enough to warrant the place for sure.
Oh, he could put in a good word. Who is his favorite? That's what I was saying. I feel like it's not Luke Shaw. I feel like it has to be Kobbie because he was a midfielder and he appreciates the little things that midfielders do. It has to be Mainoo. Matt says, I bet Carrick likes Dallo. Casemiro probably. Casemiro, you're probably right, Johnny. I think with Dallo, he's just like, God, when are you gonna get injured? There is definitely anybody has a preference, Mainoo is getting better, says Yale. But when did Mainoo have a goal last? Oh my God, I don't even remember, He does have 2 assists in the last 10 games, which is good, but not England ready yet. Too many good defensive midfielders right now. Yale has a very, very, very solid point here. Anderson has been performing better than Mainoo. Probably even Wharton is ahead of Mainoo. So, but you also got to look at who can handle it under the lights, though. Mainoo has done it versus Netherlands. Cameras on. England needing a midfielder to really step up, and he did it. So it's going to be a very tricky one for Thomas Tuchel. We will be there. Wait, when is the announcement? It's probably tomorrow, right? Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit the notification bell. You know why?
We will be there. We'll be there.
It's not my decision, so we'll have to wait and see.
Michael, I realise this predates you, but the team's won 2 out of 7 away games, and obviously lost at Newcastle last time, late goal, but then you got a late goal to get an equaliser at West Ham. Is the away form going to be the key to getting into this Champions League, because you seem to have sorted it at home?
It's just form and results. Whether it's home and away, it's not something we kind of look at too much. I think it's the next game, really. And of course, we've had some good results at home. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's fixed and you can move on to something else. It's always the next game. And it's been nice to be able to win at home and put that in place, and go 100%. Play at Old Trafford with a real feeling of confidence and looking forward to the game, and for the supporters to feel that as well, and leaving with a good feeling. So there's certainly the element of that, but we're not kind of going as a major difference in preparation or mindset or anything. I think it's the next game. Where, as I just said, I think we know it's a tough place to go anyway. It always has been, but we're not really separating one game to the next. It's just one game at a time.
I know I've kind of asked about this before, but some of your kind of like Liverpool or Chelsea playing like loads of games over this next period after Friday, then you don't play until kind of 3 weeks on the Monday. How does that work in terms of what the players who are not away on internationals do when they come back, what they're going to do? Because it just feels, it's almost like a pre-season.
Organize it friendly.
Yeah, there's no getting away from it. I think the next couple of weeks is real mix for the group. We're not sure, obviously, talking about the England boys there, and not sure exactly what kind of numbers we'll have, but we probably won't have many here. I think most of them will be away, so that means they'll be training and playing games for the most part. So there's definitely that element, and it ends up becoming managing each individual for what they need. Some boys will play games, maybe need a little bit of a kind of maintaining and the level that they're at. Some boys maybe haven't played games, need a bit more training. Mason coming back, so there's different. We got to be really flexible, to come out the back of it.
Thank you.
In good shape, and
there's no blanket answer for everybody. It's like, you got to customize it to where everybody's physical condition is at. Some people definitely need some rest. Luke Shaw's hamstrings definitely need some rest. Didn't Maguire have a little hamstring pull as well? I think Bruno also, Bruno is on fire and I love it, but oh my God, please Portugal, give him some rest. He's on a mission. Bruno is on a mission, and for me, I don't even know how you could convince this man to rest, but there's players that have been putting in a lot of mileage, and he's one of those. So anyway, Mount, and Dorgu, if Dorgu touches grass before our next game, they're the ones that need to be really playing as much as possible. So as in playing, practicing and trying to organize really close to match conditions types of fitness training. So this is gonna be a very, very interesting next couple of weeks, how each player handles this, because somebody might end up ordering burgers again, and we know who I'm talking about. Hopefully that doesn't happen, because we need to finish the season strong, and also the World Cup is around the corner. But the England call-up is going to affect. Check this out. Do you hear what I'm trying to say right now? The England call-up tomorrow. If as a particular individual is not in that list, you're going to see a drop in form after we come back from the international break. But if he's on that list,
boys will have a break in some way, and but we're definitely mindful of it for sure, and it's a little bit unique in some ways, having the kind of the week after the internationals to kind of prepare for the next game. Normally it's a rush to get everyone back as quick as possible and get on with things quickly, but we've got a little bit more time this time.
Michael, there's been a lot. Well, we spoke to you about Bruno Fernandes after the game the other day, but there's been a lot of discussion since about his performances, his form. I know you were kind of asked about the other day, but do you think he is? If you were a player and able to vote, would he get your vote for Player of the Year?
He's had a fantastic season, I have to say. It's not so much who I would vote for, but I'm delighted that he's playing the way he is and having the impact that he is for us, and he's proven to be right up there in end conversations. I'd love to see him obviously take the award, and it says a lot about what's going on at the club and how the team's playing, as well as how well Bruno's playing. So
big up, Jonathan. You see how Michael Carrick is just he dances through the question. He's like, this is not my place to vote, blah, 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 blah. But then he kind of garnishes the answer at the end with like, yeah, I'd love to see him win it. He's such a very, very tactful media person. He does not give you headlines. He does not give you the punchline that you want. He's just very, very measured in his responses. Even though I want box office, I don't mind that, I don't mind that. It's just like it's one of those things where, like, for you as a fan, do you want that manager with that character, with that like mind games type? Like Michael Carrick doesn't look like a mind game type of manager, just tells you the truth, but he doesn't give you like the headlines, and I wonder how you feel about that.
We'll have to see how that pans out, but really, really pleased with everything that he's doing at the moment.
Kind of following on from that, the fact that we're talking about him, a successful team, and it does feel unusually quiet and calm around here. Is this what it was like during your playing days when you were successful under Sir Alex? Is that kind of mood behind the scenes that was when you were here?
I think it just depends how what kind of phase you're going through and what it feels like, really, the momentum. And sometimes it needs to be calm and a bit stable. Other times it needs to be, a little bit on edge and a little bit touchy, and sometimes that brings out the best of you as well. But it's largely been calm in some ways, but actually not calm in the emotion of it, in the feeling of wanting to improve, and the boys, the way they train and obviously the way they've played. You can't be too calm all the time, but 100%. I think trying to be measured and calculated, so making good decisions for me and the staff, and obviously for the players as well. I think it's getting that balance right.
Well, if there's one thing we can deduce from today's presser is that for sure we got to be thinking about the future of our defensive line. 100%, we cannot be putting our faith and trust on guys that show up for part of the shift. The season is 38 games. We will be playing most likely Champions League football plus FA Cup football and Carabao Cup. We need some soldiers. We need some durable players that can actually come in and be dependable. So that's one thing that I'm getting from this presser. So SLD says, "But is falling in love with Carrick right in front of us." I want Michael Carrick to succeed so much, and we deserve better. Says I like humility covering a warrior. They are the best poker players. They could be that. He's just like very measured and very, very like he can never read. You can never read it. That moment, though, when he was like, his body language shifted when he was about to answer the question earlier on, that was the first moment I was like, I think Carrick is saying something, but what he's saying is not really what he's saying. So another thing, obviously, is that we got, a holistic update. It was actually a kind of a thorough update on the injuries of like the players that are coming back. We know that Dorgu will be back very soon. And I think we need Patrick Dogu. Matter of fact, the puzzle might just complete. If you know what Carrick has been trying to do with what Carrick has been trying to do with that formation where he starts with Sesko, it might actually end up becoming very, very, very effective if you have Dorgu on the left, Sesko up front, and then either Mbumo or Ahmad on the right hand side. We might just see a better output from that front three than what the combination that we've tried before, has been. So anyway, guys, kind reminder to hit the like button if you're just tuning in. You're so welcome in these streets. This is the Football Power Hour. There's gonna be a link right now in the chat. Can you call in? We got 15 minutes to talk. Let me know what your takeaway from this presser was. If at all there was a takeaway. It's okay if there wasn't, but do you get a lot more confidence from hearing what Michael Carrick is saying, how he's answering his questions? Is he actually making you feel like more confident? Because let's be real, Bournemouth are also in form. Let me give you a quick little update on the poll, by the way. About almost 50 people have voted. I hope we have 50 likes. Come on, man. Almost 50 people have voted, and it is very, very interesting. Oh my God, you would not believe. Who deserves the England call-up the most is the question. 33% have gone with Maguire. 14% with Luke Shaw. And 53% have gone with Kobbie Mainoo. Vote right now if you haven't done so yet. Ladies and gentlemen, big up to Exedra in the house. Let's talk about it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say this. If you haven't called into the show, today is a special invitation. Pull up. It's very simple. It's very easy. All you do is you click on the link that's right there in the chat that I'm just going to post again. And then from there, you just literally, you'll be in a show. You just call in and when we have a chat. It's that simple. Have no fear right now because the one and only Mr. Bully Tech is here. Yo, big up,
What's
Mr.
good?
Tech.
What's good? Everybody smash a like. We got too many criminals in the chat. We got many people viewing the show. Obviously, if you smash a like, it helps with the visibility of the show. And trust me, yeah, we want bots to carry on giving us this potent content. So obviously, smash the like or smash the hype, whichever one. Let's get it cracking.
Something's gotta get smashed.
Yeah, of course.
Buddy, I appreciate that. So first question, the one that's in the poll, bro. Who deserves the England call up the most, in your opinion? Kobbie Mainoo, Harry Maguire, or Luke Shaw? Who did you vote for?
I'm voting for Luke Shaw because despite his historical injury issues, he's been fit. He's been raring to go. He's played quite a few games. So if he's looking at a Kobbie Mainoo call-up or a Maguire call-up over him, he's probably thinking, but hold on. I've probably gained the most points out of all of these guys. And yet I'm not getting called up. Like, if the manager had to choose it like that.
You know what's weird? I feel like so okay, it's like this. I guess you gotta look at it at the depth that England has, right? Probably Luke Shaw. Is there a lot more? I don't know how the other England left backs have been doing, to be honest. I know that Lewis Hall is probably like ahead of Luke Shaw, maybe. But I don't know about the other left backs. If you're familiar or if you've been watching, maybe you can tell me like, what you think. Because like it's like these guys, it all just depends on the competition that they're facing, right? Harry Maguire, he's got who? McGahey. He's got it's we'll get into into this obviously more when the list is announced tomorrow, when the call up list is announced tomorrow, like what the other center backs have done. But for me, but when you're mentioning Luke Shaw, I feel like Luke Shaw has done only safe things. The most impressive thing that he's done this season is be available. Don't you think?
No, don't get me wrong. He's had a few dodgy games for us, but he's been consistent. So I think in a way that's been a bit disingenuous.
Consistent with what, bro?
He's been consistent, mate. Like as far as I'm concerned, he's been consistent as a player. Now, I'm not saying he's been world class. I'm saying he's been consistent. He's given us at least a 6 or a 7 out of 10 every other game. Yeah. Now Maguire's been in and out of the team, injury issues, whatever, hasn't really been fit. And Kobbie Mainoo wasn't fancied by the previous manager, but is blown off by this manager. And now he's started to play in the second half of the season. So the sample size that Kobbie Mainoo has, right, is a very small one. Plus, the competition that he has for his place is fierce. Now, you're looking at Adam Wharton, you're looking at all of these brothers that are fighting for that place. Anderson, and you're thinking, well, hold on. In fact, he's probably got more of a tougher battle to get into the England team with a second half of the season performance than a Luke Shaw, who's shown that he can stay fit, who's probably been one of England's better left backs in recent history. And while I don't want to make it seem like I'm overly blowing off Shaw, because I couldn't care less. I want him sold. He's injury prone left back. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the question was, out of 3 of them, who should go England?
Yeah.
Yeah. And based off of what I've seen, based off of not picking my preference, because my preference would be for Kobbie Mainoo to go England. But if it's based off of just take your player bias out of it and just pick who should go to England, then it has to be Luke Shaw.
Word. Okay. Heard. Second question is you've heard the presser, you've heard Carrick talking. He gave a lot of like team news, injury updates. He also, answered just different questions. What stood out to you? Is there anything that you want to point out from his presser?
The problem with his presser is you can fall asleep in his presser. Yeah. I'm not.
He's like that teacher that just like is who comes through and then he's just like, you're like, there he goes. And you can be like this by your desk, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, we deserve better. You're diabolical.
What are these guys talking about? Leave them alone.
You said something diabolical still, but hey, listen.
Yeah.
Anyways, as a team,
Carrick's presses are boring. Heard.
Yeah. He's like, for me, he's definitely a boring. He's definitely a boring presser guy. I'm not impressed by what he says in the press conference. And at the end of the day, Man United fans have praised him for that.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I can only judge him by what I see on the pitch.
Yeah.
But it will get to a point where people are now getting annoyed by those pressers because they ain't really seeing what they want to be seeing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Heard.
Well, some people want to see a couple fireworks here and there. Do you know what I mean? Some people want to see some decent stuff, but you know, I'm just like half asleep during this presser. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah. I mean, I do want a little spicy, but I also like feel like if you haven't earned the right to, you see how Chelsea manager talks a big game, and he doesn't have the results to back it. Like that's too much for me. I want like in between Carrick and the Chelsea manager, like in terms of personality. But at the end of the day, who cares about the manager's personality? What matters is trophies. Can they deliver the trophies? I'd rather at the end of the day have somebody that like is boring, but if the trophies come in, bro, the trophies come in and we celebrate. So
I'm not gonna lie. For all of these, every time we get a new manager, or a new this and that, a new shiny manager, these guys just make me miss Sir Alex, because obviously when he was around, like he had everything in his press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? He had everything. He had the spice. He knew how to handle the press. And obviously, if he didn't like what they were doing, he'd just dismiss them or he'd take the piss out of them or whatever. Like, this is a man who was in control at all times. Yeah, Scottish alpha. Yeah. You couldn't style on Sir Alex Ferguson. Yeah, and then we've had so many coaches after the fact, and we're so far from the title. We're so far from having the type of team that we want, and you just miss the days of the Beckham and the Cantona and the Keane and the Scholes and the York and all of these brothers, the Yapstam, like you miss these guys. Do you know what I mean? But hopefully, we'll the youngsters that we got, the crop of youngsters that we got coming through. Hopefully, some of these guys will start pushing for their places, getting into the team, and then we can have a team that only wants to play for Manchester United. Yeah. And they're ready to dominate the Premier League like the previous Manchester United did in the past, by winning the treble, by winning the 3-peat, the 4-peat, by winning Champions Leagues and things of that nature. And then by also galvanizing the rest of the Premier League and turning them into our haters. Yeah. And all they want to do is talk about how we're buying the refs and we're doing this and we're doing that, just hating on us, because we're better than all of them. That's what I want us to return back to.
Yeah. I hear you. Hopefully we can, and we need to, in order to do that, we need to revamp our midfields. There is this talk that is going on. It pretty much started it's been in the rumor mill for a minute, but if you're just tuning in, Manchester United, there's talks that Manchester United are in advanced conversations with Bruno Guimaraes for around £70 million. He was personally recommended by Casemiro as his ideal successor. This is what is being talked about right now. Bruno Guimaraes to United. What are you saying, Balitek, about that?
I prefer Bruno Guimaraes to Tonali. I'm probably one of the few. I know most people like Tonali, and I hear that. But Bruno Guimaraes, somebody said on here that that Tonali is a better passer than Bruno Guimaraes, and I think I was in the chat saying, "Yo, bring up the stats," because I know that's nonsense. Bruno Guimaraes is a better passer, is better at progressing the ball. He's a better ball carrier, and also the brother's good from dead ball, and he can create from deep. So as far as I'm concerned, he's a better player. He's probably more what we need in our midfield, because I would assume that if he's going to be the one who's just chilling back, then Kobbie's going to be the one more going forward. So, as far as I'm concerned, Bruno G is the G that we need in midfield if we're going to go and take anything from Newcastle.
Okay. This might be a dumb question, but pick one.
Pick one. Right. No, Valverde, bro. Valverde, bro.
Yeah,
that goes without saying. I spend the thing is, yeah, it's like for me, if someone says you got 100 million, you can only choose one. Who you buying? It's Valverde. It's Valverde.
That's okay. All right. I got a better test for you. All right, hold on. Between A, B, C, and D. All right. Anybody in the chat as well can participate in this. I want to know between combination A, combination B, combination C, and combination D. Let me read it out for you. So A has Baleba, Fernandez, and Tonali. B has Guimaraes, Fernandez, and Anderson. C has Baleba, Fernandez, and Anderson. And D has Guimaraes, Fernandez, and Tonali. Which option are you picking?
That's crazy. But if it's me, what, you can only pick one, yeah?
Yeah, you can only pick one.
Yeah, then I'm going to go with Guimaraes, Fernandez, and Anderson.
No way. Really?
Yeah. I'm going to go with them three.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with them three. Going with them three. That's nasty. I ain't gonna lie. I'm going initially I was thinking, oh, maybe the last one, but then I had to deep it.
Yeah.
I will take Anderson in a heartbeat, and I'll take Bruno G in a heartbeat as well. So I had to kind of toss out Tonali because, ideally I would take them two because they played together, and it would just be copy and paste into the team. But if you're gonna dream, then it has to be Anderson has to be included in the package.
Brother, maybe I'm not seeing what's special about Anderson properly. Like I see. Tell me what's impressive about his game.
Anderson.
Yeah,
I think he's just got a bit of everything. I think he's good on the ball. He can dribble with it. He can carry it. He's press resistant. He can play deeper. He can play higher up the pitch. He's very good at passing. He's very good at setting up his teammates. He's very good at spraying through balls. I actually think, and he's only 22 years old, I actually think this guy is going to grow up to be a beast in the next year or two. And in a team like a Manchester United, like a Manchester City, like even a Liverpool, you will see probably one of the next best England players that we've had in a while.
Brother, you cooked on the last talking point on the fact that also longevity. I wasn't thinking about that. When I was making my choice in my head. But anyway, big up Valley Tech. He says because Anderson is in his early 20s, this is gonna be a good move for the future. I want to know your opinion. If you haven't put it yet in the chat, please put in a letter A, B, C, or D. Let's go through the responses. Overhead Kick TV went with a D. We'll ask him why in a moment. Jonathan went with Anderson, Kobbie, and Bruno. Okay, interesting. SLD went with D as well. So many D's up. D for etc. Okay, B for Albert. He's siding with Bali Tech. Titanium went with C. Wait, who's C again? C, the combination of C's Baleba. Brother, we try to win in the Champions League too, Titanium. Is your ambitions just FA Cup? Well, what are you trying to do with this team? Believer will come good next season, says TT. Okay, all right. I heard. Let's talk to Kanye. Let's see why he's picking option D. Kind reminder to hit the like button if you haven't hit it yet. Men like Kanye, overhead kick TV in the house. What's
What
up,
up?
my
What
bro?
up? What up? What up?
What's
Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Don't be like bots. Don't be like bots.
Don't be like me. Nah. Be like me. I'm trying to be consistent.
Not dishing out mods to the vets. Don't be like bots. Share your fries.
This
Do the
campaign
right thing.
this blood campaign is too strong. You might win it, bro. So wait. Before I forget, explain to me how what your choice and how you got there, bro.
Bro, it's a no-brainer, bro. Like copy and paste, bro. Grammarish, Tonali, and Bruno. Done. We're competing. We're going top 3 Champions League event, winning the league event. Period. I hear people want to, bro. Me, bro, I'm for the now, bro. I've seen, I'm telling you, bro, I'm tired. I've seen our team perform. I've seen our team win trophies, and I still want that. This thing for the future. Anderson, bro, I don't really see all the hype. Yeah, he's a good player, but if you're given the option to pick between Tonali and Grammarish, and then you add, nah, bro, I don't see that, bro. Bruno just needs another Bruno and Tonali there. Period, bro. Then we're done with that midfield for at least 3 seasons, 4 seasons, and competing while we're at it.
Yeah. We deserve better says we need option E with Anderson, Tonali, and Bruno. Anderson, Tonali, and Bruno. Okay, I hear you. Yeah. This is just a possible combination. I know there's no Kobbie in this question. So I acknowledge that. But it's just
bro, don't listen to people that keep talking about Kobbie. It's like going to a vegan restaurant and asking for steak. Before you stepped in a vegan restaurant, bro. Why are you asking for steak? The question literally says between these A to B, these are the combination. Oh, but what about that? Yo,
they're like, I'm leaving.
Don't waste your time with all that. Imagine, bro. People, bro, these days people would fail just the basic standard 7 Southern African tests, bro. Match these boxes. No, but I don't see the other box because it's not in the damn question. You know what I'm saying? Bro, people these days, bro, they're just on a different trend, man. And they'll literally make a fuss about it. No, he said there's no Kobbie. Yes, the question is hypothetical.
It's criminal. Where do you get these
criminals, bro? Did I just win the moderator?
Wait. Did you just be Joe? What did you just do?
Joe Blackman for president. Joe Blackman for president. I'm telling you. Right back at it, bro. Joe, big up. I swear. Joe, listen, let me tell you. Joe should stand for president of anything. Got my vote on that.
Ending the stream. I'm ending it. Don't play. Yo. Shit, I didn't ask you about Carrick. Let's talk about the presser. Let's talk about the presser,
Give me some questions about it because you listen to it extensively. So let's go.
So I think the thing that's obviously the first update that he gave was about De Ligt, who's still got a back injury and is still nursing it. But then I think the good thing was that Licha will be back soon. So that kind of made me he's still not 100% back yet. But the question the first question that I thought about was like, oh, okay, who's more pivotal to the team? Like, who do we need the most between Licha and De Ligt? And
Okay. I think we need them both, but in terms
Yeah.
of De Ligt's injury, I
Yeah.
think if you look at the numbers of central defenders that we have, I think there is no need to rush a player like of that quality, or the player who has gone such a serious injury, although it's obviously being managed well, but you do not want to risk rushing him back when you still have a good selection for that position. We're
Yeah,
not really thin in defensive midfield. So there's no need to actually like
sentiment.
really
Yeah.
to panic about it. It's just a cautionary thing, like you recoup, have a full recovery so that when we kick next season up, let's go. Say
Yeah.
if we have like some mad injuries going through whereby like Licha is not coming back, Maguire hits his hamstring, let me knock on wood, all those things. And then you start hearing news about De Ligt's return. Because I have a feeling he could be, probably even ready to get back like Licha, maybe after this game, the next game. But the type of injury he has, you want the player to kind of recover fully, unless if we're in the beginning of the season where like we're looking at 2 games a week and we're in 2 competitions, so it's not really something that we should even worry about. The most and when you look at it right now, Maguire does the role of Matthias de Ligt. And then the only defender who we are really missing right now is Licha, who's more of like the guy that progresses the ball. We missed that. We had to readjust when he left. The few games were looking a little bit uncreative, So yeah, for me, so Licha is very, very important to this team.
Because we can't have the dangerous passes only coming from now that Bruno is all the way advanced on the pitch. Like Casemiro is pretty much the only person now that like does that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, Casemiro. And sometimes you see Maguire try to emulate Licha a bit, but he's not Licha. He's not Licha. You know what I mean?
Quite.
So he does the Casemiro. He does the Maguire overlap a little bit.
Like the ball is
that keeps me at the edge of the seat sometimes. I'm like, chill, Maguire, relax. So yeah, I'll say Licha is the more important one. So what's up? What's the next one?
Jonathan says, you know what? Hold on, let me see what it says. Just in case there's a misunderstanding, but was asked in reply to his question, what about Kobbie? Are we selling him because he wasn't in the midfield 3? Oh, okay, no, that's a different conversation. Jonathan, no, we're not selling Kobbie. We need
that's the crackhead vegan conversation we were talking about.
It's a different one.
They've already put you in the box of selling Kobbie. Like next stream, you hear like boss was saying sell Kobbie.
They said boss has an agenda against Kobbie because I didn't put him in the combination.
Exactly. Yeah. So what else did Carrick say?
So Carrick, what else did he say? He mentioned, that also Mason Mount as well. Like, do you see a place in Mason Mount in this team, bro?
No, he's coming to the end of his contract. God, there's a God somewhere. Thank you. Let him go. Like Mount, I don't even mind if they sell him before the end of. I don't see him next season. Like I don't want to see him next season. But since he's under contract and knowing players like him, he won't go anywhere. So let him, run out his contract next season. No 1-year extensions, none of that. We're better off bringing from the academy because it's next season. So some of the academy graduates like Seko Kone or whoever plays in the midfield should be able to be graduating to backup because that's what he does. He's on almost 200,000 pounds as a backup and always on the hospital bed player. We don't need that. Yeah. Oh yeah. One other thing I wanted to chime in was about who deserves to be called up for the thing. I agree with Balitek. I agree with because I voted for Luke Shaw as well, so I totally agreed with Balitek. Like Luke Shaw is absolutely, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. This is like me putting player biasness aside, bro. Like person that well deserved to be called up amongst the 3 you asked. I would say Luke Shaw. Kobbie, yes, is young, but sample size, he's only come back now. There's other players from different teams that have been consistent over a period of time. So how do you, I would obviously vote for Kobbie, but if I'm being a football fan rather than just like a player agenda type, a proper analyzing the situation, Luke Shaw deserves to be called up for the England job.
Ladies and gentlemen, write
for the
this
England
down.
Position. Sorry, rather.
Annie voted for Luke Shaw.
I did.
Yeah,
bro, I'm not the type who throws stones and hide his hand, bro.
It's commendable that you're putting player like because that's what I asked. I was like, it's not about who you rate more, who you think has a higher ceiling, or what it's like who deserves, just based on the sample of this season, who deserves the call up the most. And it's crazy that 82 people have voted, these criminals that can't hit the like button voted. 82 of them. And they said 54% went with Mainoo, 30% went with Maguire, and 16% went with Luke Shaw. Incredible. Anyway, guys, we've come to the end of the show. Make sure you hit the like button, notification bell, and all that. We will be here tomorrow. There is
also my last words. Big up El Presidente Joe Black, man.
You get out of here. Get out of here, Sidman. Joe, we're gonna have to have a meeting. You be giving copies of keys to people. Shit. No, God, he's my brother. He knows. But Maguire was always consistent. Ooh. In a way, Maguire has been more consistent than Shaw, right? Or am I tripping if I say Harry Maguire has been more consistent than Luke Shaw?
I would say, Luke Shaw has played more games in his career ever for us this season, bro. And he hasn't been giving us howlers and below par, He's Luke Shaw for me, bro. I know there's an agenda amongst the fan base towards Luke Shaw, but come on, let's just be fair. He's played well this season.
Damn. Okay. Hey, I didn't know today will be Luke Shaw Appreciation Day. Hey, see you guys soon. I might have to eat a burger in appreciation of Luke Shaw today. Football Power Hour.